we are in a war with grass. A battle against entropy we can only lose. Does it even make sense? Perhaps, but do we love to hate grass enough to fight digital gardens, or are we losing touch? Welcome to Simulators Are Drunk, where we'll talk about anything simulated, and today's theme is touching grass without going outside. So, why does this piece of masterpiece even exist? Well, a profound question requires a profound response, and today that's nihilism. Often misinterpreted as the outlook of those who lament that they tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter, when they are a mere second too late to reach their phone charger. And I get it, I have 2 SIM cards, and writing 1, 2, 3, 4 2 times in a row whenever I restart is quite inconvenient. But no, it's not that. Nihilism is accepting that there is no inherent meaning or value in anything. That you and I are just mere dynamical patterns lost between the infinite immensity of what was before us and what will be after. That if you want to feel eternity, just blink, as that instant of darkness will feel longer than eternity once you are no more. That our planet and galaxy are just tiny temporal stages on a scale we are not even equipped to understand. And no matter what we do, once the last human passes away, a single drop of water will still be more relevant to an ocean than the entire history of our species to the canvas of reality. You can take all this pretty badly, or you can see it as extremely empowering. As if nothing truly matters, you are also free to choose what matters to you. Your values, your morals, becoming Nietzsche's superhuman, and choosing to dedicate your life to whatever you decide as long as you are fine with the consequences. Maybe that's researching the cure for any illness, building the tallest tower of coconuts the world has ever seen, or even assembling a team to develop a game that was obviously not going to sell about one of the most boring activities you can ever do. Because why not? So let's check this existential masterpiece. As I hope you weren't expecting a cozy simulator. No, this is something darker. We start the game, and we get hit with an upbeat, energetic song that seems to promise thrills and action. But if you ever wondered if music can lie to you, yes it can. We create our company, choosing a logo that shows our violent tendencies and customizing our fashion to hide the green splatters of plant blood. The next point is selecting our first machine, where none of the 3 choices is electric, which will be important on our descent to misery. We also pick a trimmer and head to the first job, of which there are 2 types, one being the equivalent of finding Wally or Waldo on a massive field if Wally was shit, literally. And the other, the most common one, is cutting grass, which will start by checking the whole garden, because owners can't understand how leaving personal stuff where someone is going to pass a double-sided blade of steel spinning at over 3000 revolutions per minute is not very smart. As someone who worked as a gardener in the past, I can say this is very realistic, especially if you're not getting paid by the hour. After doing that, we get into the meat of the game, cutting grass. So behold, gameplay. Oh yeah. Here we'll discover that our clients are highly obsessive sociopaths. Did you cut that spot of grass a finger too short? Well, not only they were looking, they are also willing to measure every last strand so you don't get paid for them. Did you dare to touch a flower? Oh my, you are getting fined. This is also, sadly, somewhat realistic. And even the controls are, as for whatever reason they expected people to play this with the wheel and pedals, so you'll need a controller at a minimum. The only 2 points that lack in realism are not having a neighbor come and scream at us for being too loud, which you can easily fix by playing the game on speakers and opening any window. Your real neighbors will do the trick, as our character has acoustic protection, but we certainly do not, and the game sounds like this. It also lacks the Lovecraftian nature of gardening, which transcends the rules of reality. Let me give you an example. In normal conditions, you add 2 positives and get a bigger one. 1 plus 1 is 2, nice garden plus nice dog is even better, but if you pass that through the algorithms of gardening, a nice garden plus a nice dog equals today we'll shower in shit while using the trimmer. Which brings us to the last phase of each stage, looking around with your weed whacker for the last strands of grass, because if you want that whole check, you'd better cut exactly 99 or 99.5% depending on the owner. But owners are not the only ones with severe issues. If you manage to ignore the voice screaming in your head, "What the hell are you doing with your life?" for long enough, there will come a day where clients only want ecological tools. Tools we can't afford. So unless we get several loans at a 40% interest, we can't work that day. Any sane human being would just take a day off, but we can't do that. Our protagonist needs to work, no matter the cost. This is like the movie Speed, but without the speed, as not only lawnmowers are slow, but they will get clogged if you dare to go fast. And without Keanu, of course.
It smells good.
So we will get in massive debt. Since we are already screwed, we might as well get an extra pair of machines so we can hire some help. Help that will destroy our equipment every single time they use it, no matter how skilled they are. So we get deeper into debt to get better tools, falling into an unending spiral of greed, grief, and grass, until unavoidably our protagonist ends up becoming food for what he hated the most. Or maybe this is just another greedy, lazy, soulless product in a sea of similar products, trying to catch the attention of those of you who are looking for relaxing and calming games to turn your brain off while you listen to some nice music or a podcast. If that's your case, there are better and more polished options, as this one will make you wonder what the hell is wrong with simulators. As one of the most creative, chaotic and fun genres has now become so conventional, it often forgets that games should be fun. But what the hell do I know? I will score Lawn Mowing Simulator, cutting a real lawn is actually more fun, out of 12. And hey, I do know something, that if you are still here, you just watched the whole video about nihilism and cutting grass, so you might as well double down and subscribe, as this can only get better. I am Luke, the Forest Grumbler, this was sad, and I hope you liked it.